Let's wait for Mr. Pratt's.
So we tossed the rallies on off the Malibu, and I thought, I don't know if it's going to fit on the rear because it's really not the right offset, but I'm going to tell you, it clears perfectly and it looks a million times better. It needs to be lowered, but we'll get to that part. Yeah, no rubbing.
Hey, at least we got more room in the garage.
Yeah, a little more room, but
All this right.
we had to use the bed for storage of the engine hoist. So we thought, let's see, was it last weekend? Last weekend we thought, you know what?
Yep.
Let's see what it's gonna take
To get this running.
to get it running. And when we had bought this originally, they had said that it had a water leak, and they were trying to locate where it was coming from, and so they started kind of taking it apart, you know. And so they pulled the throttle body off, the intake loose. I guess they thought maybe it's the intake gasket or something. Pull the belt off. So I was like, process of elimination. Let's just start with, you know, does it roll over? Is it you know, free? And so we spun it over, and it spun over free. So I'm like, okay, well, let's throw some water in it just to see where the leak's coming from. Maybe we can see it, maybe we can't, maybe it's got to be running, I don't know. But let's fill it up first. So we fill it up with water, and I'm starting to hear some water coming out in places that, you know, I thought it was coming out of the hose. And come to realize, I'm like, I'm hearing this from somewhere else. So we look underneath it, and I'm telling you, I've never seen water come out of an engine so fast and from so many places, it seemed. I mean, it was literally falling out as fast as I was putting it in.
Yeah.
And it was coming out from right behind the bell housing, so I'm assuming the rear freeze plug has probably taken a shit. And so, you know, that requires yanking the transmission out and all that kind of stuff. And it's, I don't even, you know, I thought it'd be fun to get it running, you know, to putt around in, but man, that's a lot of work to do to it, and just have to turn around and rip it all out again. Not 100% sure on what we're going to do with that yet, so we just pumped the brakes because, you know, we were looking for something to take the attention off this until we get the parts. And, you know, this sucks because I mean, I can go forward, but I really want to have the fuel injection here so I can have the bungs for the O2, so we can, I mean, I can't put the headers back in it until we weld the holes in that. I need the evac kit. but I really need the alternator bracket on and the alternator because evac doesn't matter at that point. So I need to get all the stuff here. I'm that kind of person. Like I like to just put on, turn around, grab the part, put it on, grab the part, put it on, and then if you have, you know, one or two miscellaneous pieces that you got to find or get or whatever, order, that's no big deal. But when I don't have a majority of the stuff here to make it run, I don't want to even mess with it. So this is going to be a nice distraction. However, at this point in time, it's a little more work than I need. So we need the concrete done here. You know, so we've been working around the house here. We've had to do a few things on the house that weren't really expected, but you know, it's life. This is real life stuff. This isn't make-believe TV. So we had to redo the fence, and while we were redoing the fence, I decided it's time to pour some concrete. So we're pouring a side drive on the side of the house so we can have a place to park Jake's truck and the trailer. And then, you know, after we get done with that, this is the back side of it. Eventually that shed will come down. This is where we're going to build the second garage. If Joe Biden doesn't figure out a way to take all my money, we'll do that, and that way we have a place to hopefully put a lift, because my fat ass doesn't like being on the ground anymore. It's just not very fun. I just don't have enough space here, and I can't put this outside, especially not during spring season in Texas, because that's just a shoe-in to have a beat-up car. So we're finishing the home projects. That's the goal. I'm going to get the rest of the parts that I need to finish up, or at least get Honcho closer. Right, we've got to get it closer. It's not going to be finished because I still need the right upper control arms to get the rear end centered, and I need a drive shaft and all that kind of good jazz. So, but I at least want to hear that thing fire. So that's what we're going to shoot for. Richie's going to pull the rear brakes off of his Camaro, so I didn't put the drum brakes back on this because I'm actually going to grab those from him and put those on the back of Honcho. So there's a lot of things to finish up, and we're going to pick one area, and the most important area right now is get the fuel injection stuff so we can hear the damn thing run, and that's what we're going for. And this, we'll park it back on this concrete as soon as this is done. It's supposed to pour here in a couple of days, but we also have rain coming right now, so I don't know if they're going to pour on Tuesday like they said or not. But we've got to have this done before we can move forward, because I am tired of parking this on the grass. So once we get the concrete poured, we may jack it up back there and pull the transmission out, see if we can get that freeze plug fixed. And if we can, then we'll probably put all the stuff back on it, see if we can get it fired up and cruising around, because I really like to teach them how to drive a 5-speed, you know? I think everybody should learn how to drive a 5-speed. I think it's annoying that you have the special order cars with manual transmissions now. It used to be the other way around. So everybody should learn how to drive a 5-speed. So I'd really like to do that. However, we also have a deal. Eric, the Gray Ghost, seems to have gone a bit unhinged in his elderly age. Something about when you hit 40, I think it just turns you into some type of monster that nobody can recognize. He has found an MG midget that he's in love with, and it doesn't have a drivetrain. The guy was going to V8 swap it, I guess, and it was above his knowledge grade. So it's like halfway taken apart. But I tell you what would fit really nice in there is a 2.3 5-speed. And there's a whole bunch of little mods you can do to these 2.3s. Cam and whatnot. So why not a 2.3 in an MG with side pipes? Now that plan is so far out in the future. I mean, it's way out there. And, you know, plans they're kind of like lying to yourself, right? They're just lies that you tell yourself to provide hope. And, you know, I hope that something like that could fruitate. It does seem a bit far-fetched. However, the Gray Ghost works in mysterious ways. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Little Slimer truck is gonna get going at some point. We just Yeah, we've got to get honcho done. I know. I want to hear this thing probably just as bad as you do. Right, buddy?
I want to hear it more than all y'all.
Yeah, I actually probably want to hear it more than you too. I really want to drive it, but, you know, baby steps.
Yep.
Slimer. It ain't going nowhere. Yeah. But he's saving money.
Yeah.
How much money you got saved up?
Well, almost $1,200.
Almost 1,200 bucks. And if Eric buys the heart out of this little hot rod, probably have a few more bucks to boot. I guess that's it, huh? Okay.
Other than like, share, and subscribe.
Yeah, please, just listen to the kid. And then watch. You know, like watch the videos, even the crappy one. Man, my beard is a little wavy. Like I permed it. Boy. What are you doing, old dookie boy? He's a good one. He's a good one.